Hello, my name is Angel, and I'm going to be talking about how our brain detects the world in sensory thresholds. So, the question that I have is, have you ever wondered why you can sense some things instantly, but for some instances, it takes longer? Well, the short answer for that is sensory threshold. And you're probably wondering what sensory threshold is. Basically, it is when one of your senses is activated. For example, when someone is whispering, that activates hearing, and it is towards the bottom of that threshold. Absolute threshold is the minimum amount of stimulation needed to detect something 50% of the time. And you're wondering, why does this matter? This matters because different thresholds can make a noticeable enough difference when a sense is activated. If the stimulus is below threshold, your brain won't be able to detect it, no matter how hard you are trying or thinking about it. There's a study out there that talks about sensory thresholds and brain awareness. They found that awareness isn't all or nothing. Your brain shows small responses to sounds even when you don't notice them. So attention changes your sensory threshold. When you focus on a sound, your brain detects that much more. Another study that I found about that is related to sensory threshold focuses on vibration perception threshold. Otherwise it's called VPT. What they found is researchers use many different methods to measure VPT. A person's VPT varies through ages, health, and skin temperature. So not everyone is gonna have the same threshold for vibration. And that goes the same for any other sensory threshold, like hearing, smelling, and tasting. And this matters because VPT is used in medical tests, work safety, and human machine interaction. Knowing how detects vibration helps us understand sensory thresholds more accurately. So, the question that I had in the beginning of this presentation was, have you ever wondered why you can sense some things instantly, but for some instances, it takes longer? Well, the answer is sometimes your senses do detect something, but your brain knows before you are aware. Your brain is usually more aware than you actually are. And sometimes a weak or near threshold stimuli takes longer for the brain to register, so you sense them later. Sometimes when someone is touching you, you don't even realize you're being touched because it is so faint. You're not even realizing it. You're not even paying attention to it sometimes, so you're not gonna have attention towards that matter. Everyone also has different thresholds, and it changes depending how old you are, your health, and other external factors. So a friend of yours might not have the same threshold that you have. And it's okay. Like people have different thresholds. And that's the end of this presentation. Here is my works cited page. And thank you for listening. Goodbye.